So, hey everybody, here we are at the morning show, and today there is a very special guest with us. Just for you guys, the phantom of one of the most important American authors of the 20th century, John Steinbeck.
I see. It's a pleasure for me to be here. I heard a lot of you on your show.
The pleasure is mine. This is the first time I've hosted a phantom with my show.
I'm glad.
When you first appeared in my office, I really thought they had to shut me in an hospital, but now I might ask you something. How does it feel to be a ghost?
Ah, good. It's like being dead, you know. Well, it's kind of a weird feeling. You're the same, but you can fluctuate everywhere and you also feel much lighter.
Really? Oh my god, if it's like that, I hope to be a ghost soon.
Anyway, I noticed the weather's changed so much since I died.
Yeah, there has been such a huge wave of innovation lately.
I think it's cool, but gospel is the press of the times. We have our own ghost iPhones and also Facebook.
When you say you know what enjoys Facebook. Taking a part, I have to congratulate you. I know you won the National Book Award and the Pulitzer Prize. How did you feel?
Oh well, I was so excited at the time. Those were two important prizes for a writer. It was like living in a dream.
And you also won a Nobel Prize for Literature, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I really appreciate to receive such a major prize. Have you googled me by any chance?
Sorry?
Have you googled me?
What? I can't hear you.
Have you searched my name on Google?
No, of course I didn't. Why do you think so?
You know plenty of things about me, and you are how old? 80?
Almost. Well, let's talk about your career now. How many books did you write?
Lots, really lots of books.
And which one are we going to discuss today?
The Grapes of Wrath. It is about a family of tenant farmers living in Oklahoma during the Great Depression of the 30s.
Okay, just wait. Is the Great Depression that period that went on from the late 20s and lasted more or less to the early 40s, where there was a big economic crisis?
Yeah, it is. It was characterized by two events. The first was a growing interest in Marxism by American writers as a way of helping oppressed workers. These ones were trying to organize labor unions to obtain better working conditions and high wages.
And the second event was the Dust Bowl.
Oh, you study hard!
Yes, there was a long period of drought in the southwestern states which forced thousands of Americans to move to California looking for new lives.
Exactly. So the story is about this family from Oklahoma, the Jones. They want to move to California because of the draft and the lack of job. But during the journey on the Highway 66, the misfortune persecutes them, bringing death and many problems with the truck they were traveling by. When they get to California, they discover it isn't the place they thought it would be, but it is a place of misery and also a kind of threat against people coming from the east.
I've already read it, and it's a really good book, but with this explanation, nobody will read it. We're in 2011, you know, we're flooded by traumatic news every day. A family who moves to California has no skin over nose. And what's more, this year may happen the end of the war. Give us more details. This way we'll be sure that at least our audience will have read it before December 21st.
Oh yes, I heard something about that. That mess. Anyway, so there is Tom Joad, who has just come back to the place where his family lives, after being set of prison. On his journey home, he meets Jim Casey, who is a preacher, but he waves his word as a churchman. When they get to the place, they discover that Tom's family had moved to Tom's uncle because the owners of the land, where the Joad usually worked, had forced them to leave it because of the lack of production. When they arrive, they find out the family is packing up its things to move to California, seen as a place full of job and night wages. And both of them decide to join the Joad family, composed by Ma Joad, Pa Joad, who are Tom's parents. Then there is Grandma, Grandpa, Tom's brothers, Hal and Noah Joad, Ruthie, Winfield, Rosashan, and many others.
Is there a main character?
Actually, there's not a main character, but everyone has his or her own role in the story. Take Ma, for example. She tried to instill serenity in the family, or Tom, who is on parole, and tried to protect and love people. And
Please forgive me if I interrupt you every time, but I just want to make sure that we all know what being on parole is. When a prisoner is released before the expiration of their sentence for good behavior, is on parole. But if I am not wrong, he has to report to his local police station once every 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, it used to be like that. Maybe even today people would think twice before committing a crime.
So, why did you write this kind of book?
Mainly because I wanted people to understand how hard living in the USA was, especially in California during the Great Depression, and to make them understand that many families were starving.
That's really sad.
Yeah, it was such a hard period.
You can say that. Well, whoever right at the head of the program, it was a pleasure and an honor to give hospitality to such an important ghost.
Oh, that's a shame. I was having fun in this world.
You can come back anytime.
I hope it will be soon.
So, goodbye, Mr. Steinbeck. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for your attention and see you next week.
La 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 la.